Hello, my beautiful Scorpios. My name is Honest Am. I'm the creator of the Honesty Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards people who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for your first ever empowerment tarot reading, where we use the tarot to become the alchemists of our lives. A little bit about me. Are you tired of competing? If you are tired of creating vision boards that never come true, this channel is for you. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it doesn't stop Charlemagne the God, it will not stop me. This reading is going to be different from a monthly reading because we are going to do a year at a glance. So let's see what God has in store for you, Scorpio. All right, God, what messages do you have for the Scorpio collective to become the alchemists of their lives, to create change, or just to bring heaven on earth? God, what messages do you have for them to hear about their 2021? What blocks may be in the way? What manifestations may be underway? What can they do here in December to make a smooth sailing into 2021? Or just what do you deem worthy for them to hear at this time? If any of their ancestors, guardian angels, or beings of light would like to step forward, know that they are welcome. This is the clear and open space, beings of light only. God, I ask that you deliver these messages to me and through me as clear as possible. All right, baby. Angel number 142. Make sure you check out the description box below because there's always angel messages, additional guidance, and information about booking and honestysis.com. All right, guys. Y'all, this message then took my heart away because guess what your year going to be about? Oh, wait till we get there. Your year is going to be all about service. And this is the orange chakra. This is dealing with not the solar plex. It's the one right before the solar plex. So I'm going to have to get some more information about this. This year is going to be all about service. So I feel like this may be a year for you, 218, for you to be reaching out to others. Like maybe you may have a business that you've been having in mind. Like maybe that is what you're going to be in service, or maybe you just may be more in tune and caring for your family and your friends. But this year is going to be a year of service. Underneath all of this is joy. So no matter how you are being of service, God is saying that it's going to make you feel good. And you're going to just be like dancing. You're going to be nurturing people. Like I just really feel like this. I don't know. I just got like such a heartwarming and underneath that was completion. So I feel like this is just going to be like a beautiful year where you're just like going, like you're grooving, like things are just working out, things are flowing effortlessly because you're standing in your power and you're just really doing things that make you feel good. So let's get some more information about that. I'm really excited about what's coming for you guys. Angel number 316. So underneath this, that's the one we're going to read first, your underlying energy, and maybe this is what your 2020 has been about. It's all about exploring your thought process. The yellow cards of the third chakra, the solar plex chakra, reveals our planning process. Do we have a logical or scattered approach? Because they represent thinking and problem solving, yellow cards reveal our ability to resolve issues. In essence, they show what's on our mind. In yellow, we turn on the lights and let the spirits know we are home. If we don't let them know where we are, they cannot bring us our desires. Ultimately, the third chakra relates to our instincts and how our life is directed by it. When we can see how our instinct guides our thoughts, we will understand why we do what we do. So what is this joy card? The vibrational energy is walking on air. A pure essence of joy comes through detachment. Daisy yellow brings joy, but does not experience it. Its purpose is to radiate what is inside. This powerful energy moves your projects forward. It is too detached to be creative, but will draw in assistance necessary to further your goals. So I really like that. Like it feels like as long as you, let's jump and see what's happened. So it's like as long as you are like let's say Dancing Daisy represents a new joyous phase in life and a significant change, such as a move, a new job, or a marriage. This is a moment after the leap. You may not see where you are going, but you will land on your feet. So maybe this year you may be taking a leap of faith into doing an act of service or moving or anything like that. But this overall, like, I'm really feeling good about your overall energy. Like, this is just a good vibe. Like, you're dancing, having fun. But your overall 2021 is going to be about service, and you're learning to observe your emotions. The orange cards represents our emotions and how we are related to them. In the sacred chakra, you can learn emotional discipline if you choose. You need to master the skill of steering your emotions as you would a ship on a high sea. This is a very important in manifesting. The orange cards reveal your emotional experience in a particular situation. If you are struggling with your feelings, look back to the red chakra, the root chakra, for the answer. Why? Because your source of your emotional experience for a particular foundation or belief created in your root chakra. This helps you to understand where your emotions are coming from. Service. Honey Adams. The energy here is one of manifesting through being of service. This card indicates a steadfast ability to stay the course emotionally and create something sustainable and lasting. It can also bring to light not seeing or valuing what you have. So this year, your 2021 is all about bringing your projects to life. This is going to be a year of you just manifesting your dreams. I feel like you guys have been working very, very hard on setting your foundations, and now you are going to be able to see the fruits of your labor. This is exciting as energy. Like, I'm excited. Let's get some more information. God, clarify this message of service and joy for my Scorpio collective, God. How can they continue to move in this energy of joy? How can they move above doing things just because how can they stop doing things out of obligation and only move in joy? How can they be of service, God? How can the Scorpio collective be of service? Or what blocks may be in the way of them being of service? What blocks may be in the way of them living joyfully, humbly? Make it as plain as possible, God. I always do that. Why do I always do that? Ooh, heavy hitters. Y'all, I'm loving it. I'm like, pop, 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 pop. So underneath this, I'm sorry. Underneath this joy. So in your 2020, you have been learning your power of your manifestation. You've been learning what happens when you do creation in those 3 steps, when you just make sure that you only move from a place of love and, not even a place of love and light, but when you truly do live an authentic life, you're starting to see your power. So maybe in 2020, it hasn't been as amazing as you thought it would be, but you are truly seeing your power. So you've been seeing like small, tangible manifestations, but you still haven't seen like that big one. And I feel like what God is just saying is that for going into 2021, just keep walking that path. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you just have different business ventures that you are of service. So maybe you may be like me, doing tarot reading. Maybe you may want to be a writer. Maybe you're like a fashion designer, or you could even be a rapper or something like that, because you're still giving service. Like, even though it's like creating music, but it like make people feel good. So they're really truly being a service to the world. So I feel like what God is saying is that He's just wanting you to, this month of December and like moving into the new year, continue to just do that. Continue to walk in your power. Continue to do things that make you feel good and be joyful. Going into 2021, there may be illusions that come about. There may be times that make you question, are you being of service? Or if any of these ventures that you're doing, if you're really even, if they are worthy, or if they're like making the impact that they are. What God is saying, that these are just simply illusions. He wants you to rise above this and to just make joy be your basis of everything. Know your power at the end of the day, so that if anything do come up that makes you question yourself or be like, like, you know, like, is this really real? God is saying to just focus on the joy. Continuing on with that same theme, I feel like there's going to be certain, it's just going to be like trickery. It's going to be like some trickery going on. It's just going to be a lot of illusions, things that's not really being seen. Like, it's going to be like a lot of like emotional deception, kind of like, I feel like what's going to happen is, this may not even be, it's an illusion. So it may be your emotions may make you feel this way, though I don't feel like that. I feel like it's like external emotions or external people that make you question what you're doing. And you may have to turn away from some of the things, maybe not even, let me slow down. Hold on, guys. Because I'm getting a different message. I am getting a different message. So I feel like, okay, I said going into 2021, it's gonna, you have this right now, in December, you're starting to see your power. You're starting to you're the Page of Pentacles. You're feeling the joy. You're starting to get your groove. But as you're going to 2021, things are going to come about that are going to make you question, you know, am I really doing the right thing? Am I really being of service the right way? Is this the best way that I can show up in the world? And you may reach a point where you realize that the route that you was taking and the things that you were doing, you need to turn behind and let it go. So there may be a point of, you know, you've been working very hard on a goal, or you thought that this was something that you want, and you may reach a point where you realize that you don't want to do this in order to be of service. God is saying that when you reach this point of when these illusions are coming up, or when you're feeling, you know, just complicated emotionally, he wants you to always think about the joy, always move from a place of joy. Angel number 1212. If you do always move from a place of joy, then you will become the Queen of Pentacles. You will be able to pivot successfully. But God is saying, like, don't get so stuck on your money. Don't just become somebody that is just so focused on the money and so focused on their business that they allow everything else to go to the wayside. God is saying this is a year where you're going to have to balance being of service, and you're going to have to balance being of service to the outside world and doing the things that you love, with also still making sure that you're taking care of home and you're taking care of the people who really matter at the end of the day. I feel like what this message is I'm kind of getting is that you've been on this journey of working hard. You're starting to realize, you know, it's like a self-mastery. It's like you're starting to realize your power. You're starting to set down very, very firm roots. Like, it's not even like you're setting down roots. You're starting to see a little bit of the benefits of like your hard labor. You're starting to reap the benefits of your labor. But going into 2021, there's just going to be things that are going to come about that are going to make you question if this is truly the right path for you. And at some point, you're going to reach a point where you realize that the route that you're taking, this may happen. It may happen in the middle of the year, or it could be happening now. Currently, this may be where you're at, where you're realizing that the path that you're taking is really not of service to you, and yet that it really doesn't give you the joy that you want at the end of the day. So you're going to turn away from it so to get yourself in a place of joy and alignment. I feel like what God is saying is that you have to find this balance of work-life balance. Like, you have to find this balance of, you know, going after your dreams, being super driven, but then also still making sure that you're taking care of home. Like, you don't want to be lonely and just, you know, looking at your pinnacle, like you want to be able to be with someone else. Like, don't you want to share your love and your wealth with other people? So I feel like what God is saying is that I feel like this year, 2021, you're going to pivot. Like, I feel like this is going to be a year where you're kind of doing things differently, because you're realizing you're going to do things differently to get you to the true place of joy and in alignment. Let's get some more information about, I also want to say underneath this is the high priestess and the completion. So I feel like whatever is going to happen in 2020, 2021, or currently, it's happening because God wants you to start moving from this place, not from your mind, but from this more of an instinctual place, and also from your heart. So you're going through this cycle, and you're going to leave behind some things because it needs to be left behind. 15:15. You need to see these illusions. These things are going to pop up because he needs you to make this decision so that you can complete this cycle. All right, let's just get just a little bit more information about the service. I attract to you whatever you desire if you give up your desires. I attract to you whatever you desire if you give up your desire. Honey Adams loved her 3 children very much and had a rewarding family life, though sometimes she regretted never finding a career outside the home. At the end of her life, she realized that this failure was not a failure at all. She achieved something more important, passing on a legacy of service to her daughter Franny. Being a mother is a great accomplishment. Are you seeing your life as it really is? Though we may wish things be different, often we create just what we need. This is an opportunity to look at where you are today, give up what you think you deserve, and start being of service. This is an opportunity to look at where you are today, give up what you think you deserve, and start being of service. How does the idea of service inspire me? How can I make the most of my present situations? What can I give? Was that not in line with what I just said? Was that not in line with what I just said? All right, God, how can we give up the idea of what we feel that we should have to be more in service of ourselves, to be more in service of our family? How can we not be so focused on things externally and monetary gains, and really focus on the joy in our life, really align with that youthful young energy in us? How can we trust our intuition so that we can complete this cycle of not living our truest and best life? God says, I am the creator of my own experience. You are the creator of your own life experience. And as the creator of your life experience, it is important to understand that it is not by virtue of your action, not by virtue of your doing. It is not even by the virtue of what you are saying that you are creating. You are creating by the virtue of the thought that you offer. You cannot speak or offer action without thought vibration occurring at the same time. However, you are often offering a thought vibration without offering the words or action. Children or babies learn to mimic the vibration of adults who surrounds them long before they learn to mimic their words. So, God is saying what he wants you to realize is that you are the creator of your life. Like, if you are at this point in your life where you're not necessarily happy, then it's up to you to change it. It's up to you. If you've been working very hard, or you've been creating these vision boards and you're like, I don't get why my life is not really, I don't understand why my life is not what I thought it was. Like, my life is not what I thought it was supposed to be. What thoughts are you offering? Are you really doing things what thoughts are you offering? Are you really doing things that are in alignment with who you want to be at the end of the day? Or are you doing things just because you're supposed to do them? Just because you're like, this is what I'm supposed to do? Are you allowing the illusions of the outside world to distract you from going where you really want to be, to becoming who you ultimately want to be at the end of the day? God is asking you to go inwards and to know that only you really know where you want to be at the end of the day. Angel number 1919. Only you can bring about your life of your dreams. So I feel like what God is saying going into 2021, now is going into 2021, this is going to be a time where you really ask yourselves, are you doing things that you want to do? Like, are you really in alignment with your dreams? Are you creating the life of your dreams, or are you living some illusion? If you are living some illusions, if you're not doing what you really ultimately want to do, what you feel is joyful, then God is asking you to turn away from it. Be of service to yourself and create the vision that you have on your life. But don't be so stuck on the money and what it looks like. Really trust the joy and what you feel on the inside. All right? Money is not the root to happiness or evil. That's also sitting here. And what I was saying about not focusing on money, let's read this. This important subject of money and financial success is not the root of all evil, as many have quoted, nor is it the path to happiness. So when you are able to successfully control something like the subject of money that affects most of you all every day, you will accomplish something rather significant. Hold on, guys. Let's start over. So when you are able to successfully control something like the subject of money that affects most of you all day, every day, you will accomplish something rather significant. For not only is it certain that your financial success must improve, but the evidence of that success will then prepare you for deliberate improvement in every aspect of your life. Angel number 2111. I don't know if I said 1919. So that's why I'm saying, like, God is saying, yeah, okay, we get that you want to be financially stable. Nobody's saying that you can't be financially stable, but God is saying, are you going about being financially stable in the most joyful way? Are you being true to yourself, or are you doing something just because you feel like you're supposed to do it? The reason why I didn't put this on, honestly, sis, but your relationship with money is a direct relationship with God. If you are constantly worried about where your next paycheck coming from, how your kid's going to eat, all of this, am I going to be able to pay my taxes? Then that means that you cannot possibly have a relationship with God, because what is that? You're always in this state of worry. You're always in this state of, need and worrying. But if you are able to trust God to take care of the money and to trust those day-to-day things, then you can trust God for the bigger stuff. All right, God. I hope you understand that. God, what messages do you have for my Scorpio collective to become the alchemists of their lives? What happens if they drop the illusions of doing things that they should do and start doing things that are true to them? What happens if they turn away from the old and focus on the new? What if they focus on, instead of gaining more money, on creating the life experiences that they want? What joy would that bring to their lives? What can they look forward to in 2020? So if you do this, if you make this shift of letting go the past, of not falling into the illusion of doing things that society wants you to do, a major life change will happen. The time is right for a major life change. A new location, a new lifestyle or location brings up a great joy and a trouble-free existence. What was that joy at the bottom? And God is saying, if you find yourself just stuck, or you're just frustrated, and you're just like in this complete state of just aggravation or irritation, God is asking you to interact with nature. If you are like in the south, not in the south, if you're like up north like me and it's like starting to get cold and you can't go outside, you can always listen to like nature tracks, the sound of water, and that will just help you ease your mind. It'll stop you from just kind of brooding and like continually thinking about these things. So I'm going to wrap this up. For my beautiful Scorpio collective, your 2021 is going to be all about a year of service. It's going to be about a year of you questioning, are you moving in the correct direction? Are you moving in a correct direction? Are you doing things that are accordance to how you really truly feel inside? Are you doing things for joy? God is saying that if you realize here in 2021 at the end in December, if you realize that you're not moving in the direction of your dreams, God is asking for you to go ahead, be brave enough to make that pivot and to start to focus on ways that you can be of service of yourself and ways that you can really truly create the experience. You can create the life of your dreams if you focus your intention on the ways that you can be of service to yourself and you turn away from the past. God is saying it's going to bring about a major life change, and God is saying when this change happens, don't get so caught up in worrying about money, because money is not the root of all evil or happiness. Money is just simply a tool to just help us get through life. Like, it's just how this dimension work. So God is saying that as you are starting to think about the vision of your life, don't get so focused about worrying if don't think about it from a money perspective. He don't even want you to think about money. He wants you to think about what joy would you do. He wants you to know that you can create money, you can create the abundance that you need, but it's not going to come about because you're working so hard and because you are doing all the effort. It's going to be about because you are being in alignment with your thoughts and your joy and all of that good stuff. So if you find yourself in this year where you're kind of frustrated and you are unsure about which way to go, God is asking you to always listen to the voice on the inside, to trust yourself. Allow yourself to go through this cycle of completion so that you can move towards the things that are truly for you. All right, y'all. I hope that this message was beneficial for you. If it was, please, please, please give me a thumbs up. Put your key takeaways below. Until we talk and meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never, ever, ever let someone tell you what you can't do. Namaste, guys. Bye.